Started? We'll start with our prayer. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Vang me manasi pratisthita mano me vachi pratishthitam avirāvirmayedhi vedasya ma'ani sthah shrutam me ma prahasi Aninadhite nahoratran sandadhami ritam vadishyami satyam vadishyami tanmamavatu tadvaktaramavatu avatu mam avatu vaktaram Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Om. May my speech be based on the mind or the accord with mind. May my mind be attuned on speech. O self-effulgent one, reveal thyself to me. May you both speech and mind be the carriers of the Veda to me. May not all that I have heard depart from me. I shall join together, that means obliterate the difference of day and night. Through this study, I shall utter what is verbally true. I shall utter what is mentally true. May that Brahman protect me. May that protect the speaker, that is the teacher. May that protect me. May that protect the speaker. May that protect the speaker. Om, peace, peace, peace. So we are in the beginning of the Upanishad, and we have just studied the first mantra. And the first mantra, after that, it is not that very difficult or archaic, but though in the beginning it is simple statement, but still we need to understand something. So in the beginning, Om Atma Va Idam Eka Eva Agra Asit. So last time we have discussed, but little recapitulation is required, and then we go forward. Om Atma Va, in the beginning. Atma Va Idam Ekam Agra. Agra. Ekam means one. Agre, in the beginning. So Agre, Ekam Eva. So two words are there. Ekam means one, and Eva means Eva Vinyoge. There was only one. Atma Va Idam Ekam Eva Agre Asit. So Agre Asit becomes Agra Asit. And na anyat kinchanam ishat. There was nothing else. So asit means it is past. It's called long, so past. So vai becomes va. Atma va. So vai becomes va. Idam, this Atman. Idam means this, not that others. Two words are there, idam and others. So idam means here, this is this Atma. Idam agra asit. So agra means in the agre, in the beginning. agre. So here, because of sandhi, that becomes agra. So anyway, even some uh, say some mistakes, apparent mistakes are there, but we should not uh, mark that as a mistake, because mantra is never mistake, it is revealed. And whatever is revealed, that is pure. It is called Arshava Prayog. Arshava means it is used by rishis. Sri Ramakrishna, when uttering something, he may have said which is not grammatically correct, but that we should take as the mantra. So rishis were pure-hearted, whatever came to them, and that time the grammar was not like today, whatever we have after Panini. So that was Vedic Vyakarana. Vedic Vyakarana. So that is a little different. So in some places we may see grammatical mistake, but that is not mistake in mantra. So like there is one word here, ikshata. Ikshata actually aikshata. But we are to keep that, though it is grammatically not correct, but we have to keep this. Even in the Swamiji composed the Om Rim Ritam, there is also one or two mistake, but we take it as Arshava Prayog. And even that Ramcharitmanas, that means Tulsidas, also like one or two shlokas, that there are mistakes, but that should not be taken as mistake, as Arshava Prayog. Rishis, used by rishis. So, Om Atma Va Idam Ekam Eva. So, Eva is Biniyoga, so one. What is the meaning here? And Ekam, after when it is said one it includes, now it excludes all other. So this may in singular. There are not. Then again it is emphasized by eva. That means ekam eva. Ekam eva, not two. And then na anyat kinchanam. Na anyat kinchanam. So there are three kinds of differences. One we call swagata bheda. Then swajatiya bheda. Then called vijatiya bheda. Like horse and cow or dog. These are vijatiya bheda because there are different kinds of animals. And swajatiya means a white cow and a black cow. So though cows are the same category of animal, but they have little difference. And third is swagata bheda. Swagata bheda means within us, say like my hands and feet and head, these are different part of my same body. So here it is being discarded that there are not many. Now one thing one should understand, why Upanishad starts with creation. Though Shankaracharya will tell that we are not Srishti Vachaka. We are not considering about the creation, how it has created. Because ultimately we will see there is no deviation. There is only one. There is no deviation from the original. Then why it is discussed here? So it is called adhyasa, adhyaropa, apavada. First we have to say that, oh, this is creation, oh, created. Then we have to negate this creation and to find out what the truth is. So adhyaropa, apavada. So this is Vedantic way of understanding things. In the beginning, that acharyas will say, yes, all this is there. And then they'll try to explore and trying to find out the truth behind. And gradually, you'll see that differences are eliminated. Differences are eliminated, and only unity remains. Now here we can see Atma va idam ekam, ekam. There is no other entities. Eva, ekam eva. So that illuminates both Sajatiya and Swagata. And Asit na anyat kinchana, na anyat kinchana. There is no different kind of any other creation. Only in the beginning there was only one. Is it meaning that later it is deviated? Not really. We will see that later. So Atma ava idam ekam eva agre asit na anyat kinchat mishat. Sa ikshata. Ikshata means like considering or that in Mundak Upanishad it is said that tapasa chiyate brahma, considering, imagining, thinking. To do anything, we first think about it, we plan about it, and then it is manifested. Say this house, it doesn't happen all of a sudden. Somebody came and thought, let there be a house. And then he thought about it, he hired an architect, and then things were brought, and then it is created, or it is constructed. So, here it is like that. One more word more, mishat. So, mishat means winking. Winking means there is life. And so, a person when he's living, he'll wink. So, similarly, Ishat, there was no creature who is separate from this. Only one, Atma va idam ekam agre asit na anyat kinchana mishat. That means no other creation was there. So let me see what the translator read, translated. In the beginning, vai means verily, idam, all this, or this Atma, ekaha, one, eva, alone, asit, was, anyat, other, kinchana, anything, ishat, mishat, acting as a rival. So here is a mishat, actually, say unmishan nimishan napi. So mish dhatu, unmishan nimishan napi, that means we blink. So there's nobody else other than this. Now, why it is so? Sa ikshata lokanu srija iti. Ikshata, that means he considered, he contemplated, he thought about it, and then he created this. Tat srishtva tadevanu pravishat. He created and then he entered into this creation. And in other Upanishad it is said that saikshata ekoham bahusyama prajayeya. So I am alone and let me be many. Now here we are to concentrate. In physical or in world also we see a bachelor thinks that, oh, I am alone, let me be many. So he marries and then he multiplies himself, as it were. Sa ikshata, so lokannu srija iti. Now, that means here he is dividing into two. One is called upadana karana and nimitta karana. Nimitta karana. So, that means cause and effect. Is it the result of cause and effect? So, the Upanishad will gradually discard that. But here we have to understand this, that why it is karya and karana. Say, like, ornament is created from gold. Gold is the material cause. And it is as if the cause of ornament. So here, what is karya and what is karana? What is nimitta karana? What is the instrumental and instrumental cause, and what is the nimitta nimitta karana and material cause? Nimitta karana and material cause. Nimitta means what is the instrumental and efficient cause. Efficient cause and the material cause. So here, this the division of karya and karana is God the material cause or efficient cause. That means, to show that actually this is apparent, the example is taken as gold and ornament. Gold is the real material, and its some creation is ornament. So one is sara and one is asara. That means one is that will remain all the time, absolute, and one is temporary. So one is experiential, we experience. This world is experienced. But what we do not experience is the real cause. We experience our dream. But who dreams, we generally do. Apparently we don't experience, but all our experiences are possible on the experiencer. So one is experiential, one is the experienced. So these two are in reality no two. Why? Because the other is only apparent. One is real, one is apparent. The ornament is apparent. Why? We can see. If we don't like that ornament, we can melt it and make a different kind of ornament. So one is apparent. Similarly, this world also is apparent. But behind this world, whatever is there, that is not apparent, that is real. The dream is apparent, but dreamer is not apparent, it is real. One is satya, this is another point. One is satya means truth, and one is asatya, not truth. Whatever changes, that cannot be truth. And therefore it is asatya. And one is free, one is not free. Ornaments are not free, they are dependent on the gold. But gold is free. Gold does not require ornament to exist itself. Similarly, matter we can say, or mud. Mud is free, but all the kinds of pictures and various kinds of the articles that made out of mud, that are not independent. They are dependent on the mud. So generally what we say, it is mud cup. So mud is as if it is adjective, but actually it is not. It is cup. What is cup? Only mud. Ornament. What is ornament? It is gold. Primarily it is gold. It is not adjective of ornament. The golden necklace. We say necklace is noun and golden is adjective. But actually, no. That's a mistake in identity. Gold is the noun, and that uh, ornament is like subservient to it. So, this we have to understand, that this world, though it is appearing, but it is not real. The reality is behind this, that is the self. So, in the beginning, this is called adhyaropa and apavada. In the beginning, the creation is discussed so that we understand a little of cause and effect, karya karana, and what is real cause and what is its effect. And effect is not permanent, it is temporary. It is only experiential, but not real. Effect is not true, but the reality is true. And effect is paratantra. Paratantra means it is dependent on something else, whereas the reality is swatantra. So this is Atma va idam eka agra asit na anyat kinchana mishat sa ikshata. Then he considered, he thought, he meditated, and he soaked the ideas. When you put some seed in water, what happens? First it soaks water and then it germinates. So similarly, the ideas are considered, meditated on, and then the idea of creation happens, and then it is projected. Sa ikshata lokan nu srijaiti. Sa iman lokan asrijata. Then he created this whole world. So, lokan, that means these worlds, nu srijaihi. Let me create. Iti, thus, saha, he, iman lokan asrijata. So let me be many, and then he enters into it. That's another point, that tat srishtva tadeva anupravishat. What is the point of discussing all this? Because then only we understand whatever we see apparently, that is not real. We have to go deep down where the reality lies, so that we understand what is free, what is permanent, what is absolute, and not what is temporary, what is only experiential, what is dependent on others. So, though we have to see this world, but we have to find out what the reality is. Now, here comes the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. I'll read from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. So it is not that you'll see how Sri Ramakrishna saw it. So his simple method is very simple. Pray to him with a yearning heart and weep. That will purify your heart. So how to see him in reality? Rationality is one way, but the difficulty is rationality may lead us to say logical jargoning. Logical, say like all the time of it also disturbs the mind. But pray that will purify your heart. Pray to him with a yearning heart and weep. That will purify your heart. You see the reflection of the sun in clear water. In the mirror of his eye consciousness, the devotee sees the form of primal energy. So, this is very important. You are you see the reflection of the sun in clear water. Clear water. It should be clear. That's why heart should be clean. In the mirror of his eye consciousness, the devotee sees the form of the primal energy, Brahman with attributes. So, first, in the heart we see Shakti, primal energy, Shakti. And then comes when heart is further purified, then we can see Brahman with, without any attributes. So, first with attributes and then without attributes. But the mirror must be wiped clean. One does not see the right reflection if there is any dirt on the mirror. As long as a man must see the sun in the water of his eye consciousness and has no other means of seeing it, as long as he has no means of seeing the real sun except through its reflection, so long is the reflected sun alone 100% real to him. So, till that time we conceive our real self as the only reality, we are to try to find out in our chosen ideal, Shakti. As long as the eye is real, so long is the reflected sun real. 100% real. That reflected sun is nothing but the primal energy. So it is Shakti that here what Upanishad said, Tadaikshata. It says, Ikshata, Tadaikshata. Sa ikshata lokanu srijaiti. So that first creation, that is Shakti. When the divine being thought that I should create myself, eko ham bahusyama prajayeya. I am alone, let me be many. So that is the first threshold when the creation starts. And then comes this multiplicity. So that time one should, that is the expression of Shakti, primal energy. As long as man must see the sun in the water of his eye consciousness and has no other means of seeing it, as long as he has no means to seeing the real sun except through its reflection, so long is the reflected sun alone 100% real to him. As long as I is real, so long is the reflected sun real. 100% real. That reflected sun is nothing but the primal energy. But, now comes. But if you seek Brahma Jnana, the knowledge of the attributeless Brahman, and Upanishad is trying to drive that. So what is required then? But if you seek Brahma Jnana, the knowledge of the attributeless Brahman, then proceed to the real sun through its reflection. So we cannot go all of a sudden. Seeing reflection, that means this creation, and after this creation is our chosen ideal. So first we have to go through chosen ideal. But if you seek Brahma Jnana, the knowledge of the attributeless Brahman, then proceed to the real sun through its reflection. Pray to Brahman with attributes, who listens to your prayers, and he himself will give you full knowledge of Brahman. For that which is Brahman with attributes is verily Brahman without attributes. Two kinds of Purusha we have discussed in Bhagavad Gita. Apareya mitastanyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhutam mahabaho edam dharyate jagat. So one is just Supreme Purusha and one is Apara. Apareya mitastanyam prakriti. So para prakriti and apara prakriti. So para prakriti is the supreme or primordial power, and who is beyond the prakriti is Purusha. So same idea is given here. Um, so he himself will give you full knowledge of Brahman. For that which is Brahman with attributes is verily Brahman without attributes. That which is Brahman is verily Shakti. One realizes the non-duality after the attainment of perfect knowledge. The Divine Mother gives her devotee Brahmajnana too, but a true lover of God generally does not seek the knowledge of Brahman. There is another path, the path of knowledge, which is very difficult. You, you members of the Brahma Samaj are not Jnanis, you are Bhaktas. The Jnani believes that Brahman alone is real and the world illusory as a dream. To him, I and you are illusory as a dream. God is our inner controller. Pray to him with a pure and guileless heart. He will explain everything to you. Give up egotism and take refuge in him. You will realize everything. So this is the way of bhakti. But here we are contemplating knowledge. Why knowledge? Because we have this attribute. We want to know something. And Upanishad is giving that knowledge. And some people like it. So let us go forward. Sa ikshate. Now, how it is created? Now this is the details. So let me read the meaning so that it is clear. In the beginning, verily, all this was Atman alone. There was nothing else existing as a rival. He, that Atman, thought to himself, let me create the worlds. Thus he created. Now, if we think that he is somewhere he is sitting. No. Even we also can think. Say ourselves, when we want to do something, we put our effort and then we do the same thing. Say a person wants to become a doctor. So he goes to college, medical college and learns various ways of medicine, surgery, etc. And then he becomes a doctor. So it is the person whose will. Similarly, here we find the same thing. So the reality that is within us, he wants to express. And he has expressed himself as this multifarious world. In dream also we see this. A dreamer creates his own dream. Similarly, a self creates his own world. So now what is the creation? Now this is going on. Thus he created. What he created? These worlds, whatever world. Even our world is our created world. If a man is ignorant or not educated, his world is different than a person who is educated. And if, say a doctor, say an engineer will come and walk by and see this building and he find, oh, this is the mistake, or this is a very good feature in this building. So he has this knowledge With that knowledge, he has the whole lot of things. That means his own world. If a person does not know architect, he won't understand all these things. Say like science, take science. Take mathematics. Those who are conversant with mathematics, they have a whole lot of things. That's their independent world. So, what is the point? The point is, whatever one thinks, he creates his own world. So he, the Atman, thought to himself, let me create the worlds. Thus he created. Now what he created? He created these worlds. And again, we are not to conceive some God somewhere sitting and created from there. No. Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam riddhashe Arjuna tishtati. O Arjuna, God is residing within us. So residing within us, he creates this. And whatever is created is not absolute, it is only apparent. Who creates, he is absolute. So these worlds, what is this? Ambhas and Marichi, Maram and Apaha. So he created. So these are various ways of creation. We see Panchikaranam, 5 materials. What are those? The space, air, gaseous, and then energy, and then comes whatever is liquid, whatever is solid. So all these 5 kinds of things. So that's called Panchikaranam and Trivittikaranam also. But here it's a different parameters. Ambhas. Ambhas means water. Marichi. Marichi. Ambas, the super celestial region of waters. Marichihi, the heavens with the celestial lights. Then Maram, whatever is earth, where the people die. Maram is die. Apaha, the subterranean region of waters. So water, so upper that's Ambha and lower is Apaha. Adaha, that, Ambha, waters, Parena, above, Divam, heavens, Dau, sky, and Pratishtha. You know, creation in Bible also similar. And let there be light, and then he created these 7 worlds. So similar. The Divam, Dau, sky, Pratishtha, support, Antariksham, the middle region. Antariksham means a space here. And then Marichaya, the region of lights, Prithivi, the earth, Maraha, the world of mortals, Yah, which Adastat, below, Tah, those, Apaha, watery region. So all these he created. What he created? He created worlds, Ambhas, Marichi, Maram, and Apaha. That Ambhas is above the heavens, supported by it. Marichi is the middle region. This earth is the Mara. Maram is where people die. The region of waters below the earth is Apaha. So we find, these are different in different Upanishads. He, the Atman, thought, these indeed are the worlds I have created. Let me now create the guardians of these worlds. So all these, very different parameters or different things are there. He then praised the Purusha from the waters, that means 5 elements, and fashioned him. The Atman brooded on the Purusha, and when he was thus brooded over, there burst forth the mouth as an egg does. So it bursts. So all this is in the beginning, then it will be discussed later. From the mouth proceeded speech, and from speech fire. The two nostrils burst forth. So what is, this all creation, this body also, it bursts forth, like there is principle of light. So how to perceive that? So this organ is created. So all the organs also created like that. Smell, how smell is, the two nostrils burst forth, and from the nostrils proceeded the power of smell. So what happens in smell? The the subtle portion of, say, fragrant thing, a flower, comes and hits our nostrils, and then it reaches to our brain, and brain recognizes. How that happens, that's also a mystery. How impulses are analyzed and recognized. So, here let us go with this. The two nostrils burst forth, and from the nostrils proceeded the power of smell, and from the power of smell, air. So it is, centric, self-centric. From center it has emanated. Okay, if someone argues, how can it possible? How air is created by this? You can see in your dream what happens. You go to sleep, and maybe you are in deep sleep. Then you are waking a little. You want to dream. Then within you, something happens, it bursts into as if nostril, and you are breathing also, and you are smelling. You see also. So, through by taking the example of our dream, we can understand how it happens. Apparently, it is, see, huge world, and so many things are there, and we are small speck. But actually, you have to reverse this. In your dream, you may see an infinite creation, and you may look bit small, but you are the biggest, and your dream only limited, only experiential. Similarly, this world looks like, oh, so huge world, but actually you are the biggest. From you everything has emanated. Because you wanted to create, you created your nervous system, you created your eyes, you created your nostril. Even you can see in how it happens. Only in the beginning there is only one cell. Then it fuses with mother's embryo, the mother's egg. Then still it is one. Then it bifurcates. Then it is quickly multiplies. Then comes how your eyes, nostrils are created. It is from within that comes. Science will tell, okay, there is DNA, and there is a code, DNA code, and RNA, DNA, and then eyes are made. But not in every case it happens. Some are blind also. So it is the person who is born, he creates. Okay, in our case, it may be we are not conscious about it, but we can understand when the first one created, he created like this, the firstborn. So eye burst forth, from the eyes proceeded sight, and from sight the sun. So sun is created. You created your sun. You created your eyes. You created air. You created space. As you create in your dream, similarly, this is also a big dream, as it were. And from hearing the quarters, skin burst forth, from the skin proceeded hairs, and from hairs herbs and trees. The heart burst forth, From the heart proceeded mind, and from mind the moon. The navel burst forth, from the navel proceeded the dawn, down breath. That means prana, like in breath and down breath, apana, down breath. And from down breathing, death. Even death also is created by you. Generative organ burst forth, from the generative organ seed, and from seed water. So this is the creation. What is Atman? The last time we have discussed about it. Atman. Yad adatte, whatever is gain. Yad apnoti, whatever is attained. And though that who creates, who enjoys these objects, that is Atman. Yachapnoti, who gets the objects, number one. Who brings the objects, that's number two. And who eats, as it were, that means enjoys the objects, that is another point. Yachatya santadabhava, and he remains. He exists all the time, that is Atman. Tasmat atmeti giyate. And there are many manifestations of this Atman. One is Bhutatma. Bhutatma means in a person who is created already. So that's Bhutatma, and inner resider, and Indriyatma. And in senses also there is some projection of the self. So that's Chendriyatma. Then Pradhanatma. So it means Prana, Apana, Samana, Udana, Vyana. So there the Prana is called Pradhana. Atma cha Paramatma cha Tamekaha. So Atma and Paramatma. These are various expressions of Atman. They are not different. It looks different because of its various functions. So we go to the next one. Now, after creating this, then there must be some principles. On those principles, these created being should function. Tayeta devataha srishta asmin mahatyarnave prapantya tamashanapi. So, sishtva, that means after created, after creation. Ta, this means referred, whatever before. Ambha, Mara, Apa, etc. Ita devata, then gods of guidance or guardians of the world, asmin, in this mahati, that means that mighty, arnavi. So it is like a ocean of existence. As Swamiji in his creation, he composed two songs. One is creation, one is meditation, that means samadhi. So one, how this world is created. So it comes from within and then it is created. And there are so many lokas, so many creatures, and they are different kinds of activities. So think of that which is an ocean of existence. From in that this creation is happening, and it is happening from within. It looks like the space is too expansive. Actually, it is when you put a picture in your front, or nowadays it is more understandable. That is that gadget. What is that called? That A virtual reality, we are. So virtual reality, though it looks like it is infinity, but actually it is virtual reality. The existence, the reality, that is within. And this is only a reflection. It may look great, but it's, virtual is real, and virtual and reality is also real. So virtual reality is not real. And this world is also like that. It's a great virtual reality, but in reality, the real being is within. All this is creation and projection. And then we look at it and then we are flabbergasted. We think, oh, so many things are created. But in reality, the creation is here. The ocean of creation is here. And from there, the first created, and then it is emanated. So, let us take, because this creation, we are not interested in creation, but we have to go through this. These gods, the guardians of the universe, thus created, fell into this mighty ocean of existence. Then objects are there. When the principles are created, the perceiver has extended his avenues, then there must be some objects to perceive. So he, the creator, subjected the Virat or aggregate body to hunger and thirst. The gods spoke to him, grant us a place where we can establish ourselves and eat food. He brought the form of cow's body for them. They said, this indeed is not sufficient for us. He brought the form of a horse body for them. They said, indeed, this is not sufficient for us. So, the person who is trying to figure out what is enough, what is sufficient for him to express his reality. So various forms are, this is figurative. Various forms were brought, the cows and etc., but he was not satisfied. Then he said, indeed this too is not sufficient for us. He brought for them the form of a man. Seeing that, they exclaimed in joy, well done. So just think about it. You are in your mother's womb and various bodies are presented, and you rejected all others, only you chose one, that is human being, human form. Seeing that, they exclaimed, well done. And therefore, man is indeed well done. He said to them, do enter according to your places. Then fire, having turned to speech, entered the mouth. Air, having become scent, entered the nostrils. Sun, having become sight, entered the eyes. The deities of the quarters, having become hearing, entered the ears. The deities of the plants and trees, having become hairs, entered the skin. The moon, having become mind, entered the heart. The god of death, having become down, breathing, entered into navel. So navel, why? When sometimes when you want to take breath, what do? So you can see navel is very much active there. And see, I am speaking. If you see how it is happening, there are 4 kinds of speech. Vara, Pashanti, Vak, and Vaikhari. When it is spoken, Vak is subtle. Behind the spoken word, it's like forming an idea. And Pashyanti is the cause. When a person wants to say something, why he wants to say. Because of that, he speaks. And the fourth is para. Para is navel. So that's why when we talk about, you can see that as if it is coming from there. All the creation happens from navel. And that is why in Hindu mythology you can see Vishnu is lying down. Lying down means what? He is like floating in the ocean of causes. In the ocean of causes. So Vishnu is still lying down here. Vishnu is within us, lying down, and he is lying down on the ocean of causes. Vishnu is our real self. Vishnu means all pervading. So he lies down on the ocean, and from navel comes a lotus. And on that lotus is the creator Brahma. So he creates. So depending on that is the same idea you can see. In Purana, we don't say it's only a different kind of literature. Purana is different kind of literature to depict what Veda has explained, and that is elaborately expressed in Puranas. So Vishnu is lying down within, and he is lying on the ocean of causes. A lotus is coming from the navel, because all creation happens from navel. And then on that lotus, the creator Brahma is manifested. So this is the similar ideas. The deities of the plants, the trees, having become hairs, entered the skin. The moon, having become mind, entered the heart. The god of death, having become down-breathing, entered into navel. The god of waters, having become seed, entered the generative organ. Hunger and thirst said to him, assign a place for us. So hunger and thirst. He told them, to these deities I assign you, and I make you sharers in them. Therefore, to whatsoever god an offering is made, hunger and thirst become partners in it. So, like hunger, desire. Whenever we desire something, we want to see, and then we see. And similarly, when we are out of breath, then we want to take breath. All this is, figurative, how this world was created. And these are suggestions, but ultimately we are here not to think of how the creation was created, but we have to consider the reality behind this creation. So first Upanishad will tell this. It's called Adhyaropa, then Apavada, then it will discard, and ultimately will say the supremacy of Atman or Param Brahman or Paramatma. So this is the objective of taking the creation in the beginning, and ultimately that will be apavad. By apavad it will be removed. And then what remains? See, like in our practices also we do the same thing. Mathematical puzzles or questions, how we do. So suppose this is A, and then we calculate and then find the meaning of A. Similarly, Upanishad practices this, Adhyaropa and Apavada. So we'll stop here with our prayer. Om.
Can I ask a question before prayer?
Yes, yes, please.
The question is, for the past like half of the lecture, you've talked about the idea that all of these things we create from ourselves, our intentions and our wishes and our apparent understanding of things. Is that correct? Am I following correctly?
Yes, two examples I'll give.
Yes,
Number one, who creates your dream?
we do.
Number two, the first what is that? Like egg and that happens.
It's
Then
okay.
who?
Go ahead.
Uh,
Yeah, go
zygote.
ahead.
Zygote. And then this body is created. Who created? I'm asking a question.
No, I don't know what the answer is. We
Okay, no, no,
do.
no, just a minute. See, like
Okay.
this body was created by whom? The person who resides here.
The ultimate person.
See, uh, the egg and that
It's
fuses
okay.
and then
Yeah.
becomes zygote.
Okay.
Then who created this hand, feet, etc., etc.? Yeah, see, one answer is it is in DNA, but
Hmm.
separate, put separate DNA. Even
Right.
Dr. Khurana, who discovered DNA, he said, I'm amazed how it multiplies itself after discovering that. Hargobind Khurana. He was in, that Vancouver, BC. So he was amazed to see how it is duplicating itself. So the inherent being in your body, you are the inherent being. Now this you, we have to find out real you. One is apparent you. Apparent you is Jane and uh, with attributes. But we have to find out what real you. He creates. He created your eyes. He created your ears. He created your all the beings. So this is a body. Every day we create our dream. And in our dream, we have dream eyes. We have dream mind. We have dream ears. And we talk in dream. But nobody listens. Because all these are created within. So this creation, it apparently looks like, yes, Swami, what you are saying, it is absurd. It looks like that. I also used to think that way. But then, even Swami Gambhiranand, this author of this, so he was our teacher. He said, it's like he drills as it were and makes
Mhm.
eyes. He drills eyes. That also was not convincing to me. Then gradually it dawned on to me. See, we do not understand why. Because, when it was created, there was no cause and effect. And now cause and effect cannot reach there. That is why we cannot understand. But actually, you see, if I ask who created your body, you created. There was no mechanic went there and made a hole and made eyes and ears, etc., etc. It is you.
My ultimate you.
You, you and ultimate you are not different.
God.
Who
All
is
I want to
saying,
know is how did you get
just a minute,
get the
just a minute.
understanding of this through Gambhir
I'm telling
Nanda's
you, I'm
mind?
telling you. See, like this.
Okay.
You are thinking I'm not real mind. When you are saying I am not real me, that time also you are real you. Because our samskara is so steeped. We are in
Heavy.
so much, we cannot come out of it.
Okay.
That is why we need to Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana again and
Okay.
again.
Okay.
You have to hear 1,000 times, million times, and contemplate million times. Then only it will dawn onto you. You are the real you. But I am real me. Yes, Swami, I am real me. But somehow, if all this comes, it's because of our impressions. See, impressions that we gathered in many, many births.
Mhm.
So we are not convinced somehow. We say, oh, Swami, this Vedanta class, he'll tell about this all the time. No, it has meaning. That is why these ideas to be hammered down. You are
Shavana,
the real,
Manana, Nidishashana.
you are the real you. Think about it.
Okay.
You have created your own world. You become nurse, you wanted to become nurse, so you became nurse. Somebody wanted to become eye doctor, so became eye doctor. Similarly, we create our own, again, you and me are not different.
Oh.
Yeah. So I have also created my own world.
We're both laughing.
Ah. So that's like, people say, oh, devotees. I know it is like, um, say, psychological. But mother said what is real. Okay, so contemplate. This is the challenge. That's why Upanishad will come again and again. But again, it is not our topic to discuss creation. And in the beginning, it is taken up. Why it is taken up? So that we can discard later. No, this creation has not happened. You are the same real all the time. And
Maharaj,
eh?
Maharaj, I have a question also.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, so this sun god and air god entering into us, what happened
No, sun
to
god is not.
gods when no when we die?
Hmm.
Do they where do they go? Do they come with us to our next life?
Okay, you dream. You are coming out of dream. What happens to those? Actually, nothing happened. You have to, you see, like generally we see our say, devotional class where God, yes, that's, and then Sri Ramakrishna also will say that. But this is the way of knowledge. It has taken the challenge on its own shoulder. It doesn't part and give to someone else. Oh, you are responsible. You, God, you created, you are responsible. No. Jnana Yoga is strong enough to take all the challenges on its own shoulder.
No, Maharaj, I'm talking about these what you are saying that the
Huh?
sun enter the Okigolok
Hmm.
and then the air
No.
entered
The
the
reverse way.
hmm?
Okay, let me read again.
Sun entered into the Okigolok the
Just a
Pravesh
minute,
Kurle.
just a minute. No. Sun became. That's okay. Very good that you have asked this question. And therefore man is indeed well done. He said to them, do enter according to
Hmm.
your places. Then
Mm-hmm.
fire, having turned to speech, entered the mouth. Air, having become scent entered the nostrils. Sun, sun means principle, it's a deity, principle of deity. Like principle means, say, principle of light. Okay, principle of light, you enter in the camera. Then you can take picture. Say,
Are you talking about the same sun that we see in the sky?
no, not this sun.
No.
The principle.
Okay.
Say like this, the principle. The air having become scent entered the nostrils. Sun having become sight entered the eyes. The deities of the quarters, see, in the beginning it is, he created gods. So that's a Adhishthatri Devata. Adhishthatri Devata means principal God. What is God? Deva Dotanavan. Whatever shines. What shines? Principles shine. Say, this house is standing. How it is standing? It is standing because of law of gravity. So it is shining because of the law of gravity. Say this light is shining. Why it is shining? It is the principle of light. Principle of light because of shining. So the principle of light is the Devata, Adhishthatri Devata, or residing Devata. So the deities of the quarters having become hearing entered the ears. The deities of the plants and trees having become hairs entered the skin. The moon. So Deva Dotanavan, whatever shines, that is Devata. Devata means principles.
So
Principles.
when we die, they come out of this
Yeah.
particular organ?
See, like then it is Panchabhute, Panchabhuta.
Oh, then the heart is in
Five.
Panchabhuta.
I gave example of your dream. When you come out of dream, what happens? Dream
I, yeah.
dream disappears. Similarly, when you leave this, then what happens? This body disintegrates into 5 elements. And where are the 5 elements? It's all in our thoughts. So this is a bit difficult. Even all the creation is in our thoughts.
So, but some of the dreams that you remember for a long time,
Remembering is
so they
different.
are like an inner thought.
See, remembering is different. Remembering is different. Why? Because the contact is happening. Indriyasya indriyasyarthe raga desho vyavasthito. Sense and sense objects, when they come closer, then the interaction, what is remembrance? You recreate that touch of object of and the subject. That's why you know that a poet wrote, Pakhi gahe fulo fote totini bahi aa jaye. Birds sing, flowers bloom, the rivulets flow by. All these are temporary, but still there is something that remains in our heart. So what is the point? Point is, this is only contact that remains. That also fades in course of time. You are never faded. Every day you go to dream, waking and dreamless. When you go to dreamless state, you forget all these things. So this is, it's not a matter of one day. It is matter of anek janma samsiddha tato yati param gatim. By after many births, then only one can understand.
So the Devata, who merged into Panchabhut, what when we
Principle.
when
Devata
we're
means like
reborn again,
no,
when we're reborn, then the same
principles.
Devata enter into us again.
Okay, to understand and to impart children in Hinduism, Devata has got 4 hands, 2 hands, and all this. But actually, they are principles.
Principle. So same principle enter into us
Yeah.
again when we are born.
Same eye can see the light.
Hmm.
So, or suppose if there is something else, that also will be created by yourself. See, now a new science has come. So to understand that, we'll have device. Recently something uh, I never heard about it, but then there the set theory. Say suppose set theory. So we have to understand what is the set theory, what is how set are made, and this. So that you have to acquaint with that vocabulary. The principle is the same. That is why, when we used to study science, when I heard the formula, I immediately understood, oh, I knew this. Many things you can see this. If somebody is saying, you would say,
Hmm.
yes, yes, I know. Because that knowledge is within us. The principle of knowledge is within us, may not be that particular one, but as soon as you relate with the principle, you can relate with that knowledge.
Hmm. That's true. Hmm.
So thank you
Perfect.
very much for your questions. Yes.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
that's
Shiva.
good.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Shiva.
You're welcome, Jane. This is so hard to understand. My
No,
God.
that's, still we want to understand.
Yeah, you do.
A
We
fool
do.
does not understand. And they are happy with whatever they are. But any sensible person would like to know, okay, what is the creation? I want to know. And Upanishad is so kind that it will take us gradually and gradually. And our teacher told that we are not here to consider how creation was made. We are to consider about the self. Okay. Because why? In objects there will be differences, and there may not be equally understood by everyone. Everyone has got their own way of understanding and standard of understanding. So whatever I am saying, I am saying from my standpoint. You have to understand, and it's all the time it may not be at par. So there may be some differences. So we can never come in objects on the same ground, but in subject we are all one. We can easily understand that. So that's why we are
Easily.
not interested in creation, interested in the self.
We
Then
can
we can.
easily understand.
Ah.
That's good, Maharaj. Easily understand. Yes.
Okay, ma.
Okay.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.